I don't have much time, so I don't know how long this video will be, but this is just a few tips of the best porn quitting advice on YouTube, right? I don't say that lightly, I'm not joking. All these guys that have quit porn are, they're 30, 40, 50, which is great. They're trying to teach you. I quit at 19 after a 6-year addiction. So step one, less fap. This is simply just watching porn less each week because most people just try and rush it. They go to 0 times, cold turkey, even though they're still addicted, expecting to quit in 2 weeks, but they relapse another 3 days later. Because the discipline runs out, they realise, oh shit, I'm still addicted to porn, what am I doing? And they relapse 3 times in a day because they feel so bad. Just don't rush, there's no rush. You will quit one day, okay? If you follow this advice, you'll quit even faster. Just don't rush because you've had this addiction for years. It's going to take months to quit with the right system, maybe even years if you're that addicted, right? So don't expect to quit in 2 weeks because when you expect these high expectations and you fail, which you will, when you try and put too much pressure on yourself, you'll feel shit. When you feel shit, you watch porn again. You've done it twice now, you feel so bad that you watch it again and again and again. That's the cycle that I needed to get out of and I did. Simply by just watching it less. If you did it 10 times last week, do it 8 times this week, then 5 next week, then 3 the week after that. And then within a couple months, 3, 4 months, you're doing it once a week as opposed to twice a day with a blink of an eye. If you try and quit cold turkey, the same 3 months will pass, but your addiction will still be there. The next tip I'll give you is practically how do you solve your urges? Because I've tried meditating, I've tried circulating the sexual energy through my whole body so it disperses through every cell so it doesn't get lodged in one place. I've tried all that shit, but I'm not a monk. I've read all these spiritual books. I'm not a monk. I can't do that. So the only thing that worked for me was pure, raw action. Okay, you want to make some money, you can either think about the business or you can start one. Action. You want to lose some weight, you can either think about going to the gym or you can go. Action. You can either think about resisting the porn urge, using your willpower until it's drained, until you relapse, or you can get up and solve the urge by using action. If you're in bed and you've just woken up, you're used to watching porn in the morning in your bed, the worst thing you can do is stay in your bed. Obviously, it's retarded, but we do it because we're lazy, because we think we can use discipline. But our discipline runs out, So after 20 minutes of resisting the urge, discipline's down here, and then you relapse. And your discipline stays there for the rest of the day. So the chance of you relapsing again is so high. So instantly, as soon as you get an urge in the bed, whatever it is, get up and move. Because if you stay in your bed, you're telling your brain, hey brain, we're watching porn because we're not moving, so make me horny. Give me the urge to watch it. But if you get up and move and go for a walk, before you've even put your shoes on to leave, the urge is 90% gone, your erection's gone, because you've just told your brain, hey brain, I'm leaving the bed, I'm going for a walk, I'm going to the gym, I don't need to be horny. Because you're not going to have an erection going for a walk, are you? So your brain's like, oh, okay, got it. Get rid of his horniness, get rid of the erection. Oh, he's going for the gym? Give him some energy, give him some testosterone so he can go there, cool. Your brain's on your side when you want it to be, so just move. And you're telling your brain, we're not watching it now. Action is the most effective way to solve urges. The next tip I'll give you is a mistake I see with a lot of my customers, with a lot of people in general. You need to change your identity, because right now your identity is one of a guy who's trying to quit porn. You're trying to quit, and you're probably thinking, well, yeah, that's the point. No, you can't be the guy who's trying to quit porn. Instead, be the guy who's already quit. Even if it's not true, even if you watched porn 5 times yesterday, right? You just finished a fapathon, yeah? Just tell your brain you hate porn. You find it boring, it's kind of gay, it's weird, it's cringe. You don't even watch it anymore. This is not a quick fix, but if you tell your brain that 1,000 times, eventually it's going to get so bored of you saying the same thing that it's going to believe it. It's going to be like, right, it must be true. He said it 1,000 times over the past month. He does not like porn, clearly. Then the next time you get an urge after that point, your brain's going to be thinking, I don't want to watch that, it's weird. There's going to be so much more friction to watching it. Because why would you? You don't like it anymore. Your brain is finally caught up, right? This is not an overnight fix, but do this whilst you're on less fap, and you'll wake up one day and your brain has just realised the truth. Now, the final thing I'll tell you is, it's not a tip, it's a reason to quit porn. It's what scared me. It was like, right, I need to quit porn. I did not quit instantly after finding this out, but it was always in the back of my mind that I needed to quit. If you watch enough porn, you'll turn into a cook. If you don't know what a cook is, it's when a man, enjoys watching his partner, his girlfriend, his wife, be with another man. Okay, so your future wife, if you watch enough porn, you'll get a thought, oh, what if she was with another man and I was watching? That's kind of cool. It's disgusting. I don't even want to talk about it, and I hope you're thinking the same thing. I'm sorry. But it's what happens when you watch enough porn. Okay, people actually enjoy that. The cooks of the world that are already here, the brain's already been destroyed. They weren't born like that. They weren't born thinking, oh yeah, I'd love that with my future wife. No, their brain was corrupted so much by porn. I'll explain why. That one day they woke up and they were like, my brain's just fried. What if she was with another man? At that point, I don't know if it's too late for you. I hope it's not. But let's just not get to that point. That point for you could be another 1,000 hours on porn. It could be another 10 hours on porn. I don't know when, but one day you'll wake up and the idea of that will pop in your head and you'll be like, sounds kind of cool. Always have that in your back of your mind. Now, the reason this is linked to porn, you're probably thinking, that what happened to me? What are you talking about? What is porn? It's you in the corner, like a weirdo, watching the girl you want, the girl you're attracted to, be with another man. He's essentially the alpha male, as cringe as it is. You're the beta male in the corner, like a little monkey, right, jacking off to them. Because you're just telling your brain, we're clearly not good enough together. He is, so let's worship him. He can have the girl, but can I watch in the corner whilst you guys, please? Yeah, is that okay? What's that doing to your self-esteem? Yeah, it's making you feel like a loser. No wonder you don't love and respect yourself. How do you expect someone to love and respect you when you're just putting yourself in the cook chair, right? Imagine a hotel room. There's always a chair in the corner facing the bed. Imagine your wife on there with another man. You're putting yourself in the cook chair. You're saying, yeah, have a go on her. It's okay. I'm a loser anyway. I can't have her. Why would you tell yourself that's subconsciously or even consciously what you're telling your mind each time you watch porn. Why would you do that to yourself? All right? No wonder you don't respect and have confidence, because that's what your brain is thinking every time you watch it. You belong in a cook chair, and eventually your brain will think, "Ooh, let's start enjoying this in real life. Let's get my wife with another man." It's disgusting. You're not going to quit instantly from thinking this because you're still addicted. But just always have this in your back of your mind, okay? You will be a cook the more you watch porn, so just stop, okay? Combine that with less FAP. Use action to solve urges. Change your identity to someone who does not watch porn. And yeah, I thought this video would be quite short, but I wanted to give you all the tips I can think of. I hope this helped. Subscribe if it did. I'm trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year, so if you want to help me in that, if this helped you in any way, subscribe. Goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but the link under this video is my paid porn quitting course. When you feel like you trust me enough, and if you feel like my free advice has helped you change your life in any way, check that out right now.